Hello everybody, Kenneth Hollins here with HollinsMusic.com. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes and watching this video. Now what I have for you today is something that you can do when you want to take something that is simple and make it sound more advanced. For example, if you are a beginner and you feel like your music may sound too much like a beginner and you want to make it sound more like someone that is more experienced, I'm going to give you two basic things that you can do that will really help you to do that. Okay, now in order to accomplish this, we're going to take a simple hymn, What a Friend We Have in Jesus. We're going to do this in the key of E flat. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to play it in a really simplified way, just to give you an example of maybe somebody that is playing it, they're just learning, and maybe where you can start from, and then you can take that and build upon it and do something that's much more advanced sounding. Okay, here we go. What a friend we have in Jesus. Okay, now, so that's somewhat of like a beginner way of playing it. Okay, now if we were to take that same structure and to really try to build upon it, we make it come up with something like this. Okay, all right, so that's what a friend we have in Jesus. So of course the first time I played it very simplified, and the second time I played it, I really tried to add more things to it. Now let me give you two simple things that you can do, that if you're playing it in a beginner way and you say, I want to do more than what I'm doing, this will help you, and it's just a good way to start off. Okay, two things: alternate bass notes and what I called approaching chords. Okay, alternate bass notes and approaching chords. I'm going to explain what I mean. Basically, let's talk about the alternate bass notes first. What I mean by that is, of course, you're playing a different bass note than the standard or the traditional bass note. Okay, so for example, when we say, okay, so what's the bass notes right here? E flat will be the first one, still E flat, then A flat. Okay, now this is something that's really simple that you can do. You can always change your bass note to a different note that's actually in the chord. Okay, so for example, if it's an E flat major chord, you can use any one of these notes to be your bass note. So E flat could be the bass note, which it is in this instance, or G could be the bass note, or even B flat. Okay, so let's experiment with that. So let's try G. Okay, let's try B flat. Okay, so just doing that alone gives you different options. Okay, let's take it further with the different or alternate bass notes. So instead of A flat major, A flat is the bass note, let's try one of the alternate bass notes, which could be A flat, C, or E flat. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so I made my bass note C this time. Okay, let's try E flat. Okay, where normally we would do A flat. Okay, so you see that? So just doing alternate bass notes could really give you a more of an advanced type of chord. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing that you can do is what I call approaching chords. Now what I mean by that is I call these your target chords. Whatever your target chords are, you can play chords that will approach those chords. In other words, a half step below or a half step above whatever your target chords are. So in this song, okay, E flat major, E flat dominant 7, okay, A flat major. Those are my target chords. So we have E flat dominant 7, A flat major. So I would consider those to be what I call target chords. So those are the chords that are like pillars in that little section of the song. So what I'm going to do is use what I call approaching chords, or chords that I can play right before I get to the target chord to add to it. So for example, let's try this. Okay, you see what I did? I threw this in there. Alright, so let's try that again. Okay, alright, let's keep going. So, we could try something like this. Now, instead of playing, we can do this. Okay, you see how I did that? Is where I played, then a half step below the E flat. Let's try a different or alternate bass note. Okay, so that's something real easy that you can do that's going to really help you to change up your sound. Alternate bass notes and approaching chords. Now really the key to it is being creative and also learning new songs that has all different kinds of chords and movements in it, and the more you learn, the more you'll have to pull from and really come up with something that's your own. Okay, now I hope you enjoyed this. If this was helpful, please take a moment and like the channel, give it a thumbs up, make a comment, and also hit that notification bell, as well as you can go to my website hollandsmusic.com, and there's so many different videos for the beginners, the intermediate, advanced players, something that I really believe will help you, as well as you can sign up on my website for free lessons that will be sent directly to your email address. Okay, so I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video, and always remember, HMPI, we're serving gospel musicians all over the world.